QLCplus interface. In order to get your QLC lighting software to output DMX information, you need to connect it to an interface. That can be either a USB interface or it can be an ArtNet interface. In this case, I'm using the Entech DMX USB Pro. It's a little bit of an older interface. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to keep this in production, but they also have a 2-universe model that doesn't cost that much more. I recommend this type of interface because it does have isolation against errant voltages coming down the DMX line and possibly shorting out the chip in your interface. A lot of times if you buy the cheaper interfaces, you get static electric shock or a little voltage surge coming down the DMX line. It can possibly destroy the chip and then your interface isn't good anymore. So either this interface because it has isolation. Also, DMX King sells a similar one, very similar, almost looks the same. And they're about the same price. Same thing, good isolation. Both interfaces work really well and output DMX information without any hiccups. Just one thing, make sure when you install your interface, you have the drivers installed for it. On the Entech site here, I simply scroll down to the bottom and down in the download area, it says drivers, downloaded my drivers, installed them, and I also did their Pro Manager, which allows me to kind of test the interface before I start up my QLCplus software to make sure that it's actually working and it'll actually put some lights on and off for you. Alright, once you've got your interface installed, then you simply start up QLCplus, and I'm gone to the Inputs and Outputs tab here and selected that, and you should see then DMX USB Pro Input and DMX USB Pro Output, and I simply put a check mark there, and then it'll also appear up here, Output 1 DMX USB Pro. So I know that it is installed and it's working. Now you'll notice also on input I have a Nano Control 2. What I've done is connected a MIDI control device which looks like this. And once I've connected this, I can use QLCplus, and this interface will actually control some of the knobs and sliders and buttons in QLCplus when I build my virtual console. And I'll show you how to do that in a later video. But as you noticed here when I go to my inputs and outputs that I did select the Nano Control 2, and that's ready to work with my system also. So as I said, I'll show you how to set that up and use it in a later video.